Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Mr. Robert Mack, the maker of the fabulous buttons that we saw upstairs. Robert, we left you saying that you had a Glasgow accent. Now, my geography's never been too good. My two sisters will tell you that. But it seems from Glasgow to Stoke-on-Trent, that's more than a short hop, isn't it? How did you come to be here?
I actually came down here because I got a job at Kids Grove, which is just outside Stoke-on-Trent, as an electronics test engineer.
Really?
And after 2 years, they made us all redundant.
Okay.
And I went into the pottery industry as a planning engineer.
As a planning engineer?
Yes, and I worked for Dalton's as a time and motion planning engineer.
Right.
Examining all aspects of pottery. And my job was to look at a situation, redesign it in order to obtain maximum production flow.
Okay, so is that how you came to know the process of making through that as an engineer? As an engineer then you're quite interested in how things are made?
Oh yes, exactly, yes.
Right, so when Dalton's closed, because it did close, didn't it?
It did close, yes.
It did. Why did it close?
Why did they close? Well, what happened was they made, they opened up factories in the Far East.
Uh-huh.
And they would sit, this big factory, they spent millions of pounds, they were making bone china products, but what they didn't know was 90% of the people in the Far East were Muslims, right?
Okay.
And when they discovered, and bone china consists of 50% calcined animal bones and 50% china. When the Muslims discovered that there was pig bones in the bone china, they wouldn't touch it.
Ah, I see. Okay, all right. So that market had closed down.
That market finished, that bankrupted Dalton's. And they tried to sell in India. But you see, in India, cows are sacred in India.
Oh my word, there's a few animal bones getting all over the place.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So that didn't work either.
Didn't work either.
Okay, so what did you do after Dalton's closed down?
Well, actually, I left Dalton before they closed down. Joyce and I did. And we set up our own business making bone china birds.
Can you show me one of those bone china birds? Robert's just going to get up and bring one of these down. Is that how you got together? Do you want to pop back down on the sofa and just talk to us about that bone china bird?
This is the green woodpecker.
That's lovely.
And we did 16 different birds.
And did you know Joyce before this?
I met Joyce at Dalton's.
Did you?
Yeah.
Over a loaded paintbrush?
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, I picked up one of these bone china birds, and it's incredibly light, isn't it? It's not that. Can I sit by you, Robert? Is that right? Lovely. It's not. That is incredibly light, because normally you'd expect china like this and like this bird to be quite heavy.
Yes.
So this is bone china?
Bone china. Okay,
and the other sort of clay is?
Earthenware clay.
And is that the heavy stuff?
Earthenware is quite heavy.
Right, okay, but this is very light.
This is very light.
And that's why your buttons work, is it?
Exactly.
Aha! Right, there we go. Hang on to that, and we're going to have a look at some of your buttons, because we brought them down to have a look at. But the first thing is, Robert, you're in our Saw Them Here First zone at Woolwich Junction 13, which is for first-time business people, and you describe yourself as a first-time business person.
Yeah.
How old are you, Robert?
84.
84 years old. That's absolutely brilliant. Why did you decide to start your own business at 84?
Because I got fed up sitting doing nothing, and I'm a very active person, and I just like making things.
Okay.
So I've started making buttons, and I just can't stop making them.
Really? You can't stop? Are you up like morning, noon and night you're making buttons?
I've got thousands and thousands.
Have you?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's got thousands and thousands of buttons. They're going to be there at Woolwich Junction 13. Right, let's have a look at a few more of these buttons. Thousands of buttons. My goodness, right, we brought them down, didn't we? Let's have a look. Where are they?
Yeah, we do.
They're just here. Okay. Marvellous. Okay, all right.
Two-tone.
All right, so that's a two-tone button that we've got there. All right, don't need to tell you what two-tone is. These are all china clay, and so obviously very, very light. All right, and then we've got
floral roses.
How do you get the design onto these?
I use what they call a lithograph.
Do you?
Yes.
You're a man who knows lots about things, aren't you?
Yeah. Shall I get your lithograph to show you what they look like?
Yes, please. Yes, that'd be brilliant. Yes. Robert's just disappeared off to get the lithograph. So these bone china buttons. Do you know, I was talking to somebody in my studio the other day, and they came in. It was a man who came in and said that his wife had made a wonderful pullover, and that she couldn't find the buttons for it. And and it is a problem, isn't it, finding buttons of any description. But so that's quite really interesting, talking to Robert about how these buttons are made. Right, let's have a look at this lithograph. Okay. Right, tell us how you get that onto there.
Well, when the buttons are glazed, I use what we call slide-off lithographs.
Yeah.
Which are transfers in ceramic colours.
Okay.
And I just slide that onto the button, rub it down with a duster, and then put it in the kiln.
Oh, so it's like burned on.
It's fired on.
It's fired on.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, burned, fired. You know.
Okay, fired.
It's hot. Okay, all right. So that's fired. So how long? We talked about a firing process, Robert. How long, for example, when making these buttons, does it take to fire? How many can you put in the kiln at once?
There are 3 firings. What we call the biscuit firing,
Yeah.
where we get the raw clay and convert it into ceramics.
Okay.
Then there's the gloss firing, where we actually glaze it,
Right.
fire it again, and then there's the decorating firing, where we put the transfers on.
Oh that's a long process,
It's
is
a
it?
very long process.
What, about 15 months or something?
The biscuit, say about a week.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Because I've got to go in the kiln 3 times.
Okay.
Fire
all
up
right.
to temperature,
Yes.
cool down,
Yeah.
taken out,
Yeah.
worked on and put back in again.
And is it very important for it to cool down in between?
Oh yes, yes.
Otherwise, what will happen?
Well, you can't work with it. You can't handle it, can you?
And you need to be able to. Right, what else can you produce? Let's have a look. We've got flowers on here, and then we've got some more here, haven't we? That's it. Okay, let's bring these in here. Okay, so we've got pearls on these. You said these are Swarovski
These are
pearls?
Swarovski pearls, yes.
Wow.
They're quite expensive.
Okay, so we'd expect to be paying about £12 a button on here,
Exactly,
at least,
yes,
wouldn't
at
we?
least.
Okay, all right. Worth every penny of it, mind you. Now, what have we got here? Look, these are, there's cats here, and, particularly from Wool at Junction 13, sheep, 3 sheep. And we actually have oh look, there's a Devonshire lady here, and the man jumping on the horse, rather the horse jumping.
Yes,
And the
show
man's on
jumping.
his back. Show jumping, thank you very much. Show jumping. That's it, exactly. Now they're done with the lithograph technique.
Oh, lithograph technique,
Okay,
yes.
lovely. But talk to me about these. Can you do any shape? Do you like animals?
Yes, oh yes.
Wildlife, you've got an interest in wildlife,
I
haven't
have,
you?
yes, yes.
Ah, right, okay. So do you like making?
I do like
These?
making things, yeah.
Right, okay.
I get a great deal of satisfaction from actually making something.
Do you? And the process is quite important to you?
Yes, it is. It's quite a lengthy process, yeah.
Right.
Because, let me put it right, to get it to the finished stage requires quite a lot of skill, which is only found in the potteries. And when you look at some people who actually make, say, for example, the earthenware buttons, there's something missing. They haven't got that Staffordshire touch.
What's the Staffordshire touch?
Staffordshire touch is a quality based on years and years and years of practice.
And you've had that, haven't you?
Yes.
Absolutely brilliant. Robert, it's an absolute pleasure to talk to you.
Thank
Really lovely, and we look forward to seeing all of your buttons at Wool at Junction 13.
Look forward to being there.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
There we go. Let's put those back onto there. Let's smash it. I'm going to turn that off and then we'll have a cup of coffee. Okay. So